I do that.
Okay, we're live.
Welcome back, everyone, to a glorious session of the Gilded Dice, where today, again, we play a little bit of the Yawning Portal. Although the characters are playing it inside the Storm King's Thunder. Again, it makes sense in my head. So I'll allow it. So last session, the four of you brave adventurers, Sir George the Paladin, Ray the Dwarf Cleric, Woven Clove the Gnome Wizard, and Tedwin the Bugbear Thief Rogue, journeyed into the Sunless Citadel, a long-lost citadel that was once used to worship dragons, or so the legends say. It had long since sunk deep below the earth after Mount Hondo had erupted and pretty much demolished the surrounding area. You guys learned that a group of adventurers had recently delved into the Sunless Citadel and have not returned. And so you are there trying to find their remains and hopefully put their mother's mind at ease. As well as uncover possibly a mystery of a fruit that the goblins bring to the nearby town of Oakhurst, where they sell it to the locals every summer solstice. A red, perfect apple that apparently has healing properties. And so you guys journeyed through the Sunless Citadel. Didn't get very far. Encountered rats, traps, other nefarious things, and I've already died twice. You also killed a kobold. And it ended with
quite
the
a
three
few
of you.
kobolds.
It ended with the three of you here by the corner, peering around the corner using George's shield as a light source in this pure pitch darkness, only to stare down to a kobold who's looking right back at you and shouts off to the side towards what appears to be the leader, Yustrael. I'm gonna have a bite of my food.
We didn't understand the language, did we?
It appeared to be a draconic, as much of the things here are.
So, does Van speak Draconic?
Nope, I'm working on it. Not quite there yet. Give me another few levels.
That's a shame because the player playing Van right now would know Draconic.
So I believe a spellcaster's flung some spells at this guy.
Oh, did you actually do that, or?
Oh yeah, I was full on doing that.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, hold on. So
as the kobold looks to the right and his right and shouts to Yustriel, I mean, he doesn't seem to be in a sort of hostile stance or anything. He just stands there.
Oh, I thought he was running at us.
No, he looked at you and shouted something in Draconic, and you picked up the name Yustriel. And he looks back at you guys. As the three of you are stooging it around the corner. Do you
Who's
do anything?
Yustrael again?
That's a good question.
It is, right?
one of the kobolds said that Yasdriel would have our heads.
Oh,
That's all we know about that name.
okay. So can I
So
say?
we presume it's one of the it's the leader or something.
So can I say? Sorry, we don't speak Draconic. Please repeat in common.
You shut that down the hallway?
Yeah.
All right. He kind of turns back to you. He doesn't leave his post, which appears to be, he seems to be standing in front of a door behind him. At which point you hear some footfalls coming down from the hallway, and two kobolds come hastily walking around the corner to your west. They look to be...
Ready yourselves for an attack, everyone! And I ready a dodge action.
All right.
I go stealth and try and camouflage against the wall.
All right, make a stealth check.
Now, when you say hastily walking towards us, are these ones in an aggressive manner?
They are wielding their daggers, but they're not like coming at you. They're just kind of like marching almost, a quick march. They look to be somewhat of a, military stature. They're kind of walking towards you as you impede on their territory, as it seems.
I will step back one square, and I have Firebolt ready. in case they charge.
Okay, since I feel kind of wounded, and I really feel like this might be dangerous, I'm gonna put my shield up. And I think I see George like on his little stance, and I'm like, okay, me too, and I ready and dodge as well.
All right. As they march towards you rapidly, you guys
And I
prepare.
say, no, we come in peace.
I say, as soon as they get to like the hallway, I yell, "No further, foul creatures, or I shall be forced to smite you down."
The one of them hisses back at you in a draconic, at you guys. He rambles on and
Common, please.
if they look at each other and the one says, "Who are you? And what are you doing in Yastriel's domain?"
We're adventurers trying to pass through to get where we're supposed to go.
And where are you going?
I don't know. Where are we going?
What have you done with the previous adventurers who came through here?
They look at each other and they don't seem to be, the kind of that takes orders from other outsiders. The other one just says, "Yastriel knows."
Are they still alive?
At which point they ask you a question. Where is Meepo? As they kind of are trying to look beyond you into the next room.
Perfect.
Who is Meepo?
Good question. Let me consult my notes.
Yeah, your lingo.
And what is your name, by the way?
Stop it.
I kind of turn and whisper, "Are we really having a conversation with these creatures?"
He says, "Meepo, the keeper of dragons." The other one shouts, "Meepo!"
Oh, he went for a stroll. We saw him outside. He left.
Meepo is so useless. That's how we lost our dragon. Make a deception check.
Can I eat him somehow? No.
11?
But the other one, as one kobold says that, the other one turns to him and says, "No, Meepo wouldn't leave. Yastro would have killed him."
We saw a hole in the cage back there. He must have gone after him. After what, dragon, you said?
He wouldn't have gone after him. That is not his duty. I'm going to have a look. And the one kobold starts to step forward towards you guys.
I don't move. I let him pass. George,
I
don't
told
move.
you not to come any
Freeze.
closer.
George, freeze.
I swing at it.
All right.
man.
I would like to, when I see George swing at this one, I like to shoot the other one with a firebolt.
Okay.
13 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Dealing 11 points of slashing damage.
As it steps forward, you whoosh, just sever off its head, which goes flying back towards the hallway.
I was 24 to hit
That hits.
for 7 points of fire damage.
You're blasting with fire? Fireball?
Yep.
Yeah, you following George's lead, you blast another kobold who just has the searing hole in his chest. It tries to let out a scream, but the air just escapes his lungs as it collapses forward. At which point the kobold standing by the door watches his companions fall, immediately starts shouting in Draconic. I need y'all to make your initiative rolls.
You guys are killing us.
No, we're killing them.
Oh! Oh! Look at that perfect initiative. It's fun. It's really bad that I always roll initiative. It's not the first time I roll a d20. A natural 20 on an initiative roll, which is pointless.
All right, don't forget to close your things.
We should prepare an ambush in the previous room.
Sounds good to me. And I step back into the other room.
All right.
I mean, when our
Alright,
turns come
one
around.
sec.
My foot starts moving towards the door.
You lift your foot.
All right, give me 1 second here. Stand by. 1, 2. Almost done here.
This music is intense.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is. All right. Okay, so as that the kobold starts shouting, this time in a more obviously vicious manner, and just shouts. His shout echoes through the chamber, this large chamber that he stands in. It's a screech. Okay. All right, Ray, what are you gonna do?
As I peek down the hallway, I'm gonna throw a sacred flame at the kobold that's yelling in Draconic.
All right, sacred flame, flat for the flame.
So he has to succeed a DC 13 of dexterity save.
All right. Fails.
Yay! So it takes 5 points of radiant
damage.
damage.
The light just illuminates the area. This yellow radiant light just blasts into the kobold. It throws him against the wall, but he maintains his stature.
And I will move back around the corner and hide there. Well, I won't hide, but I will try to stay there.
All right. Ven.
Oh, sweet. Following suit, I take 1 step forward. I shoot the dude.
All right.
25 to hit.
Hits.
2 points of fire damage.
As he bounces back off the wall from the radiant damage, your fireball follows the blast. This time scattering his body parts against the wall. He falls down.
And then I run back over here.
Oh, that guy's dead. George.
I shout down the hallway, "Come and get us, you foul creatures!" And then I run directly in the middle of the doorway, and I just stand there with my shield and ready a dodge action.
Kedwin. I don't know why I'm shouting your names.
I just ready an attack.
All right.
Ready sneak attack, hopefully.
Okay.
Wow, we all rolled before these guys. Way to go, initiative rolls.
Or they're all running behind the scenes, and we just don't see them yet.
That's true.
Do we hear any pitter-patter on the stones?
Yeah, make a perception check. And it'll be Ray's turn.
Good call.
2.
You hear George's claim to battle just echo through the chambers.
It's ringing in my ears. It's all I hear.
That's all you hear. But Ted, when you catch the slight steps of kobold footsteps for sure. Ray.
Okay. Just gonna wait. Well,
Exciting
maybe
stuff.
like,
Yes.
is there one that's like shield or protect myself or something?
Dodge. You can dodge.
Dodge. That's what
Okay,
I.
you get a dodge.
Mhm.
All right.
We should have run forward instead. I'll do that next turn.
Not at 1
Alright.
HP, I won't.
I need to get to him.
Do you have 1 HP? No.
1.
You didn't roll a dice?
Suddenly, coming from down the hall to the left, the door bursts open
I
as a
already used my
kobold,
dice.
kobold comes streaming out. He's got a sling in his hand, comes charging down, and launches a rock towards George.
George!
The sling looses 15 to hits.
Misses or hits my shield.
Yeah, you put your shield up, and you hear a ping as the rock just sparks off George's shields.
You're rolling disadvantage too, right?
For sling?
Because I did a dodge action.
Oh, yes, even better.
I mean, it would hit anyways, or miss anyways, but
Another one falls, coming streaming out from the hall, the same door to the far left. Another kobold comes out swinging for you, George. 14 to hits.
nope.
You peek up just in time to see another kobold, and you duck behind your shield again as it bounces off harmlessly. Ven,
Can I see either of them?
where,
George.
you can most certainly see them, but George's body, purposely blocking the thing, I would say 3/4 cover.
Okay. I would like to. Okay, so I'm only 3 feet tall. I'm going to go up directly behind George, peek under his legs, and firebolt one of them.
All right.
And that's a 9.
George, you feel like a heat just hit your shin as you suddenly see a hand coming from your feet. Fireball shoots through, but then George's kind of composure is making it difficult to see.
Okay, that's my turn.
Rounding the corner from down the other hallway, a kobold comes running, daggers in hand, just skirts around the corner, rushing forward. George.
So noticing Ven kind of trying to get attacks, but I'm a little bit in the way. I step to one side, kind of allowing any ranged attacks to go through freely. But I stand firm with my shield, and I continue to dodge.
Tedwin.
Alright, I can only ready an action, I can't ready a movement. I'd have to get into...
Yeah, that's
I'd have
correct.
to, like, I'd move here, and have to wait for someone to come close, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna move here. I'm behind half cover, I assume, or I'm behind George at least.
Well, you would be, yeah, I mean, George is blocking you, essentially. It can still probably hit you, as you are a bugbear and pretty tall. George is a stout little man.
I will ready an attack.
What's your attack going to be? And what's the ready conditions?
When he moves 10 feet from me and 5 feet from George.
All right.
He's like, basically, if he's adjacent to George, I will use my long-limbed reach for 10 feet to do a sneak attack.
You try to reach over George to just poke someone? All right. Another kobold comes running down the hallway, following suits. And 29, 30. A third kobold comes busting out of the hallway down to the bottom left, the back left, who is going to swing a sling towards Mr. George. This time, it kind of just, it's like a limp sling. You know, some kobolds have this problem. It's nothing to judge. You know, there's medication for it. But the sling goes limp, and the rock falls and kind of skitters to your feet, George.
I laugh.
And then final kobold comes right around the corner. Ray, as you're standing there watching George laugh in the face of danger, you see kobolds are now flooding the hallway. What doth thou doest?
Okay. So. Okay. There's a lot of these creatures, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I am going to I'm gonna
Hesitate
do
for a long time.
Yeah, no, I have to make sure that I read the thing. So I will bless. I will bless myself, George, and Tedwin because he's bleeding a lot. So it means that you can add a D4 to the attack roll or saving throw for the next minute. Got it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So that's my action. And well, that's pretty much all that I can do.
All right. Call upon your deity.
That's
You see Ray just kind of glow a little bright. The two of you around her, anyways. You
Oh,
feel
wait.
better.
No, yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. Ha 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 ha.
I am just feeling blessed myself, and I'm blessing these two fellows across from me.
A kobold comes around from the far corner. This one looks to be a more of elite stature. It has wearing better armor, nicer weapons. He comes marching down, watching his minions go to town on you. At which point, a kobold approaches George.
Ah! Be
That's when I
strong,
attack.
George.
All right, so you gonna reach over. So kobolds are tiny, Tedwin. So how are you gonna reach? How are you reaching around to get him?
Or can I stab between George's legs?
You can try to do like what Ven did, but that's it's gonna be a little tough. Give it a shot.
They're covered a lot, basically, right?
I will give it a shot. Where is my attack?
Your
Oh wait, I can add a 1d4? I don't know if that's gonna matter though.
your rapier bounces off as you try to reach under. Bounces off the plated shin of George, scratching it a little bit, and you're missing your target.
George, you're gonna have some bruises on your legs, and it's gonna be all from us.
At which point it attacks you, George. With its dagger, it comes at you.
I can't hear anything, you guys.
Are you deaf?
So on your end, not ours.
Seems to cut out every once in a while.
It's totally on your end.
It's weird.
Are you still dodging, George?
I am, yeah.
All right.
I spent my last turn to dodge too.
It comes out with the dagger, and you just block it. You know, you back yourself into a corner. It can't get through your defenses.
Hey.
There's a lot of kobolds.
That's a lot.
13 to hit.
No.
All right, Ven. You now
Dodge is a super underused action,
Oh,
but
for
it's
sure.
actually super powerful. Because it's all attack rolls for that turn are at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Just like crazy strong.
Ven, now you see kobolds are now descending upon your pal George at a rapid rate. What do you do?
Oh, I do what I do best. I cast Thunder Wave right there.
I have that too.
No, Ben.
I've never used it.
So all 4 of those guys?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw DC 14. Oh, yeah. Happened last time. Still doesn't work. Only 6 points of damage if they fail. 3 if they succeed.
All right. Ven, you find yourself an angle, and you cast thunder
Wave.
right in the center. You guys hear just cacophonous explosion, this ring out throughout the whole cavern. It shakes the foundations and rubble starts falling on your head. But the kobolds here, just gets blasted to smithereens. Its body thrown against the wall and crumples into a pulpy mess. As does this one. The other 2, it shatters the bones from the inside. Their internal organs start to bleed out, but they're still standing. Blood comes trickling down their snouts.
I think they get pushed back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they get pushed back. 10 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Is that only on a...
On a successful
Yeah.
save, it doesn't get pushed back, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the 2 that died are the only ones that failed.
Just
Yeah.
go flying back. All right. At which point this kobolds goes for you, George. $18 to hit. Forgot these guys have pack tactics.
Yeah, it just hits.
All right. This one comes skittering through the blast. The sound kind of throws you off for a second, George. Your ears are just ringing, and you just feel his dagger kind of come up underneath your shield and into your side, doing 6 points of piercing damage. Your turn, George.
So that was... is Pack Tactics advantage? So like cancels out?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so the one to my right is looking fine.
Yep, the one to the north is looking fine. Northwest is looking pretty good. The one to your left is bleeding out of its orifices.
Okay. Huh. I'm going to turn to the one on the right and swing my longsword up at it.
All right.
Ooh, 9 to hit.
Just there's so much going on in this area. It swing over his head and blast some of the rubble close to Ray's face.
Then I'm going to turn to the one to the left, and as a bonus action, I'm going to try to shove it back with my shield.
All right, so a strength check.
Yeah, athletics competition.
Athletics or dex for the defendee, is it?
It is, yeah.
For shove? Oh, yeah, because you can dodge out of the way. Yeah. Either athletics or dex. Or acrobatics.
George wins.
Alright. I shove it back, I think. Is it 5 feet or 10 feet? I don't remember. I think it's 5 feet.
I think it's 5 feet.
Does it go prone?
No, I can either choose back or down.
All right, and it kind of squeals as it falls backwards, catches itself on its feet, still holding its daggers. There's like blood smear on your shield now from the Thunderwave blood. Tedwin, feeling brave?
All right. Yeah, I'm going to go for the guy closest to me.
All right.
Rapier with another sneak attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna
That
use
hits.
Oh, never mind. Sneak attack does an extra
Oh, I forgot to roll my d4 on that longsword attack.
1d6 on this. So 8 and then 6.
Wow, that's okay.
14.
You come around the corner and just start going to town with the rapier, just pin cushioning this thing. By the time you're done, it's just a bloody mess and it falls to the ground.
That's the spirit, Ted, old boy.
Is that my first one?
Keep
I
up
think
the
that's my
good
first
work.
one.
At which point, this kobold replaces his kobold companion, and lunges at you, back to you, Tedwin.
Great.
22 to hit.
Wow.
As you finish your attack and the kobold falls, another one just replaces it immediately, like a swarm of zombies. It just lunges back at you and starts doing the same to you with his dagger. By the time he's done, you are now a bloody pulp. 3 points of piercing damage.
It appears I spoke too soon.
And I fall unconscious.
No.
Again.
At which point, Ray, you see Tedwin fall unconscious.
No.
What do you do, Ray?
Oh, it's my turn now?
Yeah.
I thought I just saw him fall. I didn't think.
Yeah,
I
you see him fall. What do you do?
Okay, so I get really upset and I rage. No, I'm just kidding. There's one kobold just in reach.
Yes.
I will use my warhammer on it for the first time. I'm so excited to use it.
The Stomper Warhammer connects with the kobolds.
15 to hit.
That hits.
For 9 points of damage.
You see a crack as, well, Ray just destroys this thing, crumpling it from its head to its tailbone.
Woohoo!
Anything else?
That's all I can do.
All right.
So that's all.
This kobold comes running down the hallway with the sling out, throwing it towards you, Ray.
Ah! What a horrible creature.
17 to hit.
Oh, wait, I think that misses. It does! It misses!
All right.
I protect myself with my shield.
As you're protecting yourself with the shield, this kobold replaces his companion and goes after you, Ray. They are seeing George as like this tower of defense they can't penetrate, so they go for the weakers.
They won't be. They will be surprised soon.
Will they? 18 to hit.
That hits.
As you peek from behind your shield, this one leaps up with your shield, pulls itself up, and stabs you
It's
down
tricking the numbers,
into
you
your
know.
shoulder, doing 6 points of piercing damage.
6?
6. 1, 2,
I
3,
don't
4,
feel
5.
good. Not feeling good at all. Oh wait, no. Does my blessing do anything?
No.
No.
For attack rolls and saving throws.
Damn it.
And then a kobold falls through, swinging his sling towards you, Ray. As now they have themselves a new prey.
I need to help myself.
We're about to find out. The rock goes wide over your head, Ray. You watch as death sails past you.
And
And it's Ven's turn.
Cool. Firebolt that dude.
Alright.
Probably missed. 10.
That misses.
That's all I got.
Alright. Well, this kobold's going to do what it always does best, and that's attack Ray. They're just throwing rocks at you now. You hear them showering of rocks upon you, Ray. You're not sure if it's the ceiling coming down around you or them. 17 to hits.
How much?
17, 1-7.
It miss. Phew.
It bounces harmlessly off your armor. George.
All right, the one closest to Ray. I swing my longsword down at it.
All right.
21.
That hits.
6 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, you slash down and murder that one.
And then I turn to the one right beside me, and I try to shove it down to the ground this time.
All right.
As my bonus action. Ooh, not so good. 12.
19. It braces itself and just somehow plants its feet into cracks in the ground, and his knees don't buckle.
We're almost through them, my friends. Just a couple more to go.
Unfortunately, those words don't reach Tedwin as he is unconscious. Make your death saving throw.
A little bit of drool's coming down my mouth. Like, natural 20.
Nice.
You're back with
HP
1 HP.
right there.
You catch just the last part of what George said, and you
The words were so inspiring that it brought him to consciousness.
Almost. We've almost won. We've almost won.
I hate you guys.
That's my whole. That's all I can do, right?
Yeah, that's your turn. Okay, let's see what I can do about this. Okay. What is this? I'm trying to find what this spell does. Does anyone know what chromatic orb does?
It deals 10 damage to yourself. It's 3d8. Make a ranged spell attack, it deals 3d8 damage.
It's quite expensive on materials, though.
Oh, it's not showing up in the SRD. I don't know if you
That's
guys
because
are
it's
being
not
serious.
it's not an SRD spell. It's in the player's handbook.
Oh, okay. Are you guys serious though? That's what it is.
I'm pulling it up just a second.
That sounds right. It just has like it's a really powerful spell, but it's just costs a diamond worth 50 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-inch diameter sphere energy. You choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder for the type. Make a ranged spell attack. If it hits, takes 3d8 damage of the type you chose.
That seems a lot for a first level spell.
Well, it's because the material cost is so high.
A first level character doesn't have 50 gold.
Yeah,
Have
like
a diamond worth at least 50
worth 50 gold is hard to come by for a first level
Right.
character.
Right. Okay, so at which point, as you're felling all her minions, you see a particularly wealthy-looking kobolds. Let me show you a picture here. Come sauntering around
Where
the
did she
corner,
come from? Oh, around the corner.
down the hallway.
Did she use her action to dash?
Oh, she moved. She was sitting around the corner, watching her
Throws them
enemies.
a 50 GP diamond.
I should have something here real quick.
Well,
Because
I hate to
they-
say it, but I am probably about to go down.
Do you guys see this? Do you guys see that picture?
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me do this.
Shift dead.
Yeah, here we go. See a kobold, particular white robes. She's well groomed for a kobold, and she wears these fine jewelries. She looks fairly wealthy for a kobold. Just comes charging on the corner, watching all her soldiers fall to you guys. Hisses and casts chromatic orb. So you said it's a 10-foot radius?
No.
You
It's
make
a
spell
ranged,
attack
it's a
against
ranged
someone.
attack.
Okay.
The sphere itself
at-
is 4 feet. but-
At George.
Ah,
Miss,
Don't
miss,
forget
miss,
you're
please,
blessed.
miss.
you're blessed. It's gonna help you.
24.
There's no saving throw.
There isn't? 24.
24? Yeah,
Doing-
that hits.
Doing 10 points of damage to you.
As I'm like shoving this kobold down with my shield, I look to the left just as this orb comes flying and hits me in the side of the head. And you see George's eyes roll back in his head. He falls over sideways.
No, George.
At which point, Ray, it's your turn.
Okay, so
Tedwin's laying beside you. George just fell down. Your line of defense is breaking.
yes, I see that, and it's not very kind. And I am pretty squishy and squished already. I am going to do I'm gonna do another sacred flame on the one closest to me.
Okay.
Thunderwave. Why not Thunderwave?
Oh,
Sacred
because
flame.
there's not enough of them. Wait,
Sacred
Three of
flame.
them.
No, shut up,
There's
Ben.
three of them.
You're dead. Disadvantage on your next attack.
He's trying to TPK us.
what?
So what are you doing, Ray?
I don't know what you said.
I was just making jokes. What are you doing, Ray?
Okay, I'm gonna do a sacred flame.
Okay. I say dex save.
Yeah.
Fail.
Oh, thank
So it
goodness.
takes 6 points of radiant damage.
All right, you come around the corner and just blast some radiance, Siren Ray flame onto this kobold, and it crumbles to the ground in a glorious, sacred,
I'm gonna
fiery mess.
also do a healing word on myself.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's great. So it's 1d4 plus something. Okay, I'm gonna do that after my turn, I guess. And
Okay.
I am going to also retreat. And I yell, I have to retreat! And I will also run 1, 2, 3, 4 here.
Into the room with the other kobold. Okay, great. Leaving your companions behind, the kobolds charge forward.
Not healing your tank.
Charge forward.
Hey, I'm dying
Wow.
too, so if I'm dead and you're dead and everyone's dead, it's not better.
This one charged towards you, Ven. Daggers out.
Meta, it actually would be better.
No.
11 to hit. 11 to hit,
I'm
Ven.
just as tanky as you are. That doesn't
No,
make
His
sense.
because
small stature
you-
misses my small
No,
stature.
because we would have had more actions per round, and you would have still been able to make your retreat. So it would have
Oh,
just
yeah, that's
meant that
true.
we have one more character attacking.
Oops. Oops, it's true. I'm sorry.
As he misses your small stature, another one comes around, using as you dodge one kobold, the other one uses that timing to get you, doing 4 points of piercing damage on a 23.
Oh, yeah, I'll take that.
Oh, you'll take more than that. Actually, maybe not. It's your turn.
I know. Hold up, just let me adjust my life total. Okay. Disengage. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inside the room with Ray.
You're in the party room.
God.
And I'm-
And I
Not-
say the lament to George and thank him for his bravery. He will be seen again, though.
He will. Everyone has to die once, you know? Like, that's just
No, I
fair.
refuse to die.
This isn't a death though. It's very different.
George. It's your turn. Roll it.
Just made it.
Nice. Tedwin. Your companions have abandoned you, and Kobold stand up.
Do they notice me? Can I just? I'm covered by my my camouflage cloak.
Okay. Do you want to try to deceive them? Make a performance check as you perform being dead.
Oh. Sure, I will. I'll pretend to be dead.
Oh my goodness.
You
Even
reach up
at
and pull the
1d4
cloak.
wouldn't help.
You pull the cloak over your face, and they just kind of look at you as they try to hide your face.
You
They
don't
look
see
down at you.
anything. You don't see anything.
Oh, they see everything.
Is that all I can do? That was
You
my
can,
action.
you can still move if you want. You can
can
get
move?
up.
I can't. Stabilize George?
No, that would be an action. You're currently prone on the ground.
You have a bonus action and your movement.
I will use half my movement to get up.
Okay.
I would have
And?
to disengage, and that's not a bonus right now, right?
Correct.
And I can't even ready a dodge.
No.
Yay!
Yeah, right.
D&D!
Your companions.
Level
work
one,
together.
hashtag.
Party
right?
abandoned me! Yay!
work,
okay.
work together. All right.
And
Wait, see, if you-
I draw myself up to my full height and just try and be scary.
As you're doing that, the kobold, likely known as Yustrael, just starts sauntering forward. In her hand, she brings her hands up like this, and this blue, shocking, arcane energy just crackles in her fist, and she walks towards you. And as she's walked towards you, she points towards you, Tedwin, and a shock of just frosty energy comes flying towards you. 23 to hit. As you stab your full height, make yourself a bigger target, blast with cold energy. The icicles just come across your body, and you freeze up, and you fall back down.
How much damage does it do?
7.
So I'm not dead.
No, you're not dead. You're just unconscious. At which point she yells. Well, not. She barks commands towards the kobolds that are standing.
She barks.
Like she says it harshly. Ray, you hear from the other room just a blast of cold, and you hear a body slump to the floor.
If I move like right here, can I attack the one around the corner?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go right here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to, boom,
All right.
stomp this guy
Just
in front of me.
Wing your warhammer around the corner.
13 to hit. Oh,
That
plus
hit. You're blessed.
1d4.
You're blessed.
Yeah.
You
Add
said
that.
it hit.
That hits. It
So
hits.
17 to hit.
Yeah, come around the corner. You it's coming around the corner. You catch it off guard. Swing your warhammer around the corner. You just clobber its head, drive it into the wall.
And then I'll move back.
Okay.
Whoopa! It's a hit and run. Oh no! Oh my gosh! Tedwin is done again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You
Oh,
left me
wow.
to die.
As you run around the corner, you
You should have came to join us in party room. Hello. Sorry.
The one kobold that you left standing is caught off guard for a second, but then reaches down, grabs Tedwin, and starts dragging his body. Just starts trying to drag his body. It's a very slow process.
I'm very heavy.
Yeah, he just kind of like just drags her on the corner as Yustriel takes a step back and Well, you guys aren't there.
Can we do this, Ven? Can we take care of this ourselves? Now that we've been abandoned by the rest of our troops?
Now that you've been abandoned.
Hey, it's my perception of stuff.
All right,
I
Ven,
perceive-
your turn.
Okay.
It's
I
kind
will
of...
go and take a peek and see what's happening out there.
All right.
So,
Are you doing it
fine.
stealthily?
Well, that's a good idea.
Or are you just looking around
yeah,
the corner?
I'm so stealthy. I'll do it stealthily. Why not?
All right, make a stealth check.
17, pretty good actually. So I come around and I just peek around the corner.
Okay. So you see a kobold. It's a bloody mess out there. Bodies everywhere, but a kobold is trying to drag Tedwin. And Yasriel stands there, kind of poised, in a offensive position.
Does she see me?
She does not.
She doesn't.
There's too many dead bodies on the ground.
I will hold there and see what happens.
All right.
What is
George,
it
Can I
that-
ready an
that-
action for anything? Or was
Yeah,
that
you can.
hiding? No, hiding would be
That
my
was hiding
action.
with your action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that kobold, the one wearing the toes, what did she do last time in her turn?
Blasted Tedwin with some ray of frost.
Okay.
George, death saving throw.
Is that her first one?
Second.
Oh, that's
Second
good.
save.
2 successes so far.
Tedwin,
Great.
your turn.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yastriel, then you watch as Yastriel just kind of stands there. She's like kind of watching this kobold who is dragging this body. But at which point,
Oh
a few more kobolds come
no!
around the corner and come to assist the one kobold as they drag. Whose turn is it? As they kind of descend on the down bodies and start dragging them. Grabbing different body parts and pulling them. Ray, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna come out, and I'm gonna go under the table.
Are you stealthing
Oh.
across?
Yeah, let's
Make a
try
stealth
that,
check.
because I'm so stealthy. I also have disadvantage on...
This gnome starts running across trying to.
Oh, a 4!
Just the heavy footsteps
Wait,
clang on the
Plus
ground.
a D4, hold on, I have my bless. I got an 8!
Got an 8.
An 8. Is that good enough? Anyways, so I do that.
As you
And I
cross,
slide under the table.
as you go for your slide, Yasriel just launches a chromatic orb towards you.
Ah! Can I try to dodge it?
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Wow, this is bad.
TBK.
As you run, Ray, this orb flies forward, gets launched over the kobolds, dragging the bodies. You're about to go into this great shield slide, but you are just sideswiped by this orb of energy, blasting you for.
Are you sure it didn't miss me by any chance because I'm short or something?
No, it definitely hits you for 31 points of damage.
Okay. So
Oh
I'm
my
actually
gosh.
dead.
You watch as her butt, like
I disappear.
man, you
from
look
the game
as
again.
you watch as Ray.
It's a horrifying sight.
Wait, what type of damage did you choose?
It's acid.
Oh,
As a ball of
Ah!
acid lands at her, you watch as she goes for the slide, and all that comes out from the explosion is just bones scattering across and sliding underneath the table.
Dead.
She's
I'm
gonna
like
be
game
hideously-
over dead.
Hideously disfigured when she rests.
She has completely wiped from the map. All that's left is some piece of her armor and some flesh. You swear you see a sunken eyeball just splatted on the ground, but the rest of her is gone. Ven, it is disgusting. Takes everything you have to puke up from picking up what you ate in Oaken Dale.
Well, that's my
The
second
last one.
full death.
And you hear big boom. Ray, death by chromatic orb and acid. Oh, that's too funny. That's Ray's turn, and so the Kobolds continues to drag.
I think this is the end of the game.
Continue to drag.
No, if Ven goes and makes a little short rest, then they'll come
I
back.
genuinely had no idea this was gonna happen at all. Like, I didn't actually think it was gonna kill me.
It wouldn't. Ven, your turn.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, seeing this and knowing I'm the last one right now, I am going to
Suicide.
cross over to, still stealthily, cross over to this door over here. Try opening it.
Yeah. It's unlocked.
Cool. I'm going to quickly open, close, and step inside.
All right.
And hope there's nothing bad in here.
As you turn the knob.
It appears to be a hallway that turns a corner to the right.
Oh, cool. Okay. I pause and listen if anyone is coming outside my door.
Okay. Sounds good. At which point, are you gonna hold their vent until something happens?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So
I
at which
may,
point,
like, go and check down the hallway if I
Yeah.
don't hear anyone for a little bit.
all right. At which point the kobolds continue to drag the remains of Tedwin and George. Unfortunately, not Ray, as she is obliterated, into an unknown location. Ven, you have no idea. I'm going to do something here real quick.
Should we make more death saving throws?
No.
Game over.
Stand by 1 second.
Oh, this music, man.
So, how long are you waiting for? How are you gonna wait there for Ven?
About a short rest.
Sounds good. In that time, then, as Ven tries to just recover from what just happened, George and Tedwin, two of you, wake up.
What happened? Are they dispatched?
You hear, as you move around George and wake up, you feel tight, your hands bound together tightly behind your back. A chain reaches up from. Yeah?
Just, when I disappeared, does the bless still apply? Also, the bless is up to 10 minutes, but I guess it's gone when I disappeared.
Well, it's been more than 10 minutes, yeah. I
Okay.
guess it goes away. The two of you feel your hands bound behind you in manacles. A chain wraps all the way, snakes up your back and around your neck, where it's latched to another manacle around your neck. You squirm and you feel yourself. You feel manacles around your feet as well, and there's chains you hear moving around, and you seem to be tied to some sort of iron post. George, it's pitch black in here. You cannot see a thing. Tedwin, you can see. You seem to be in
Do I hear him? Are we?
Yeah, the two over in the same room. Let me just reveal this area here.
So you heard me
George,
yell at
George, I'm here too.
Tedwin? What do you see, my boy? I can't see a damn thing.
my boy. It's Legend of Zelda. Hello, my boy.
Don't say anything rash, but we have company.
At which point, Ted, when you look around, you see 4 goblins who are also bound in the same manner, kind of press themselves up against the wall and try to get away from you. And they start hissing and whimpering. They look badly beaten, bruised, and broken for the most part. They're like, and they're just staring at you as you guys start to come to.
I speak in Goblin to them, and I say, "What are you doing here?"
The one goblin who seems to have, the most energy and not a broken jaw, says,
We are prisoners. Prisoners of war. Who are you? You are one of us.
Prisoners of who?
Yestriel.
Yestriel. I've heard a lot about Yestriel. Who is this Yestriel?
The leader of the Kobolds here. They invaded our area, our land. The Sunless Citadel is ours. You're a bugbear. You're one of us. Where are you from?
That's not important right now. I'll do the asking. Have you seen other adventurers coming through here?
George is so confused right now. It's just like
George, you hear foul voices and
I trust Tedwin. He must be doing something.
So we just do something here real quick. The goblin continues to say,
Yes, adventurers came through here at one point, but Yestriel let them go.
Do you know why Yestriel let them go?
They promised to help her fight us.
So you're at war with the Kobolds right now.
Yes, the Sunless Citadel belongs to the goblins. The Kobolds are invading us.
What are they after?
They say the Citadel belongs to the dragons. They say that we defile it, but we were here first.
I've heard of this magical fruit that you present to the surface dwellers.
Yes,
every once in a while. Where do you get this fruit from?
It comes from down below. Belak gives it to us.
What is Belak?
A human, or I think, or an elf. I don't know. I've never met him. I've never gone to the surface.
So George, old pal, as I speak in common again.
Yes! What have you learned?
It seems that the goblins here, there are 4 of them surrounding us, but they're all tied up as well.
Goblins!
Yes.
Why, if only I had use of my hands right now.
You also find that your weapons have been removed from your bodies as well.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And had my weapons. I believe them all of their heads.
Well, it seems that these goblins
We understand common.
I know they do. I don't care.
I relay the information that the goblins are at war with the Kobolds for the Sunless Citadel, and that the fruit is down below farther, being given by, what's his name, Balak, some humanoid.
We've heard the name Balak before, didn't we?
You have in Oakenhurst.
It was he was a wizard who came and seeking the Sunless Citadel.
He came prior to the other adventurers coming, and he
Yeah,
was
I think
known to have a big, large pet frog. From what you learned.
right. I relay that information. I remind Tedwin of that information.
Oh, it's a twist. Now let me see about our exit strategy. Can I see any details in the doors in front and behind me?
Yeah, make a perception check. At which point, Ven, what are you doing? You've taken a short rest, I presume.
Lucky guy.
I jump over here and I look down this hallway. Is there anything over there?
If he's taking a short rest, that means Ray can come back.
Yeah, so Just 1 second. Yeah, you look around, Tedwin. The doors look like pretty solid doors. They have the original make. They look pretty sturdy. And you look around, the chains you're bound to are pretty tough as well. It's like some serious wrought iron.
They're lock manacles. They have.
Yeah, there's a lock on them.
Do I have my thieves' tools on me? Can I feel them?
Yeah, you've kind of it's in a hidden pouch, obviously, or a person that a normal.
I keep it in a pouch right behind my back because in cases where my hands will be tied, it's very handy.
Interesting. Real quick, we're gonna run over to Ven. You look down the hallway, Ven, and you see a hallway. But at which point, did you short rest? You took a short rest? I presume, like you sat around.
Yeah, I would have checked out this whole area before I took my short rest, just to know if it was safe to do it here or not.
All right, so then you look around this area and you see that it's a hallway. It has a door at the very end.
I slowly approach. Am I still stealthed?
Yeah, you would have still had your.
Okay, so perception check and. 9. Do I hear anything?
You just hear wind blowing, escaping through.
Okay, I'm going to crack open the door ever so slightly and take a peek inside.
Am I with him right now, or not yet?
No, he doesn't take a short rest yet. This is happening while the other guys are having their powwow. Yeah, so you look inside. It appears to be a room with a door on the other side.
Then
Can
the
I
solo
examine the
explode.
ground? See if there's any weak stones that I might fall through?
All right, make a perception check.
10.
The whole infrastructure of this building is fairly weak.
Cool.
You don't
Okay,
see-
perfect. I'm light. I won't go through anything. I will carefully walk across to the other door and look through that door. Perception check, I guess, as well. You want to just use a running perception check? I don't really care.
I mean,
They're pretty bad anyway.
so you look through the door?
Yep.
So you look through the door, you see what appears to be a small little chamber that continues on down the hallway. There's a door to the left, and to the right, you kind of peek around. You see what appears to be a fountain. Dust and odd bits of stony debris and rubble lies scattered on the floor before you. And this ornate fountain is built into the eastern wall. Though cracked and stained, the fountain's overarching carving is of a diving dragon, and it retains its beauty. A relief carving stone door stands on the western wall.
Cool. Okay. I go to the western wall. And I peer inside the door.
You're just completely soloing this, aren't you?
Completely. But I'm trying to find a safe place to stay. Is
Just
what I'm trying to
checking
do.
if it was safe to do a short rest.
Yeah.
Clears the whole dungeon by himself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As you approach this door, you do see it in the
Let's
carving.
just go passive perception for everything. That's all I'm checking now at this point.
Okay.
So 10.
You're scrambling around looking for a place to stay.
Pretty much, yeah.
You reach up and try to open the door. This door is it's made of stone. It's got this relief carving of dragons on it, and there is draconic writing on the door itself. As you reach up and try to open the door,
It just lasts for 15 minutes.
As you reach up and touch the door and try to press it open, you just hear like this grinding metal of something rusty and old just screech from above you as this large scythe-like blade just comes swinging down from an opening 10 feet above you and just cuts right into you, swinging in front of the door, doing 8 points of slashing damage. And it
Do I get a save?
You do not.
Oh, I'm unconscious.
It comes right down and just slices down into you, dropping you to your death.
Shall I do 3 quick saving throws to see what happens?
Yeah. So you never took your...
I failed.
No! What? 3 in a row?
Oh my god.
and no short rest was happening.
So Ben just dies alone from a scythe just cutting him in half.
Woven Clove, death by scythe trap. And
Well, I
no
mean, a short
re-
rest would have done nothing for me. I couldn't gain hit points. I couldn't get spells back.
You can get Ray back.
I would have gotten Ray back at 1 hit point.
This is getting out of control, guys. I don't know. All right, moving back to the other party as
My God.
Ben didn't
They're
get
the only ones remaining.
So, what do you guys do?
Well, Tedwin, are you able to get us out of these bindings?
Yeah, let's see what I can do. Can I reach my thieves' tools?
Okay, you can try. Yeah, you reach your thieves' tools because you've been in these kind of situations before as a thief. But it's gonna be difficult to pick the lock on your wrist, but disadvantage
Disadvantage.
as you're trying to fumble around behind your back.
I do have expertise with thieves' tools, doubles my proficiency bonus.
Well, hopefully it helps you.
So
14.
adds another 2, so it's 16 because it's doubling the proficiency. Is that right?
Oh, you haven't added it to that? That's
No, I didn't add it.
okay. So 16. You fumble around, you drop your pick, you feel it around, you pick it up again, and you pick, a lot of pick words, until you hear a and you feel your wrist loosen, the manacles around your wrist loosen.
All right. I say, now George, let's not be hasty in dispatching these companions that we have with us right now.
At which point one of the goblins says,
Bugbear! You're free! Help us get free! We'll help you get out of here! We'll bring you somewhere safe! We'll bring you to your people!
as you are a bugbear and kind of relatable to these guys.
I want to reach out a hand in the dark and try to feel Tedwin because he came over to me, right?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear it.
Oh wait, my hands are behind my back. Never mind.
You're still bound to a peg.
Never mind. I don't do anything.
Well, I come up behind him,
All right, yeah. You take a few moments to pick the rest of your the chains.
picking the lock, but I whisper to him, "We're gonna use these guys. They're gonna help us. We're not gonna kill them yet."
Yeah, I turn and I say, "I like your thinking, Tedwin." And I wait to have my hands freed.
Is it basically I just keep trying to lock unless?
Yeah. So we'll say just
Unless
over
if I get a
time-
1 and it breaks my tools.
Yeah.
Does that happen?
No, we'll say just over the course of time, you have all the time you need, and these are shoddy locks. They're nothing too exciting. George, you feel the manacles loosen up, and Tedwin pulls the chain around your neck off, and you find yourself freed of your stuff, chains, bindings.
So with us being when we were tied up in this room, has that been a short rest for us? Because we're not.
You know,
That was us coming to consciousness. We would still have to rest for like half an hour to an hour.
Yeah.
Which I suggest we do.
I have 1 hit point. I'm assuming at this point.
Yeah, you both have 1 hit points.
Why don't we just?
I still have a hit dice.
I'm really not feeling good. Why don't we just rest for a good 8 hours?
No, let us out! We'll help you fight back! We can get out of here!
There's no hope in our current state.
Well, I've still got some fight in me, Tedwin. Give me a half an hour to regain some stamina, and I'll be up in no time.
I have no hit dice.
I do.
That sounds meta. That almost sounds meta.
I acted it. I acted it first.
So what's the plan?
We'll send these goblins in ahead of us. You can stay in the rear.
That doesn't sound like a good plan. We should fight together.
He says in common.
Your brother here. I wink in the dark towards where I think Tedwin might be.
You're facing the wrong way. You look at the.
Your brother here is severely wounded. He will not last if he fights by your side, but he can attack from the rear. I will fight alongside you.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. Let's go. Free us.
All right.
You look around the room. Looking at the room, there is a pile of sundered weapons, just cheap swords, rusty weapons. However, you don't find your ornate sword and shield, George.
That's fine. What can I'm gonna rifle. Well, I mean, I'm blind actually. Do I still have my pack?
Yeah, they didn't take all your. They just basically took your.
Okay, just the weapons, stuff they thought was dangerous. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna pull out a torch then.
All right. Okay.
Tedwin can try to stop me if he sees this and doesn't want me to do it.
Make a quick perception check, both. I'll make one for the goblins. All right, that's good enough. George, you just haphazardly start reading for your stuff, trying to find, flint and a way to light this torch. Gives you some light. Tedwin, you watch as George do this, and you kind of hear this large wooden piece of wood being lifted up from behind the door, almost like the door, the latch, the wood barring the door from opening is being lifted.
I don't hear it.
No, you're too busy just fumbling with your.
Okay,
Stop, George, stop.
As soon as he does that, I sit back down and put my hands behind.
I do the same thing. I pretend to
and just pretend to be how I was.
All right. At which point, in the pitch black, the door to the north opens up, revealing some kobolds. One walks in as the other ones kind of flank the entrance, and says, in common,
You and you. Yastriel wants to speak to you.
and points to you and Tedwin, George and Tedwin.
He's talking
Kobold-
to us.
The kobolds kind of all shy backwards, away, and then he says to the goblins,
We'll be back for you.
at which point one of the goblins says,
I told you we should have ran.
At this point, George is just going to stand up. Not threateningly, though. Just stand up and just say, well, it's about time.
How did you? What did you do?
You'll have to be better than that, you silly animals.
The kobolds come inside and surround you, Tedwin. One reaches down, it's got a key, towards your manacles and sees that they are too also not on you. And kind of stands up and looks curiously at you.
Yeah, you guys didn't do a very good job.
Is there light coming in from the door, or is it still
Negative.
pitch black?
It's still pitch black.
Okay.
George, you have no idea. You turned around. The
Well,
kobolds
I hear where their voices
Yeah.
are coming from.
Yeah,
I
you
can
can hear
face in the right direction at least.
the voice is bouncing off the stone wall though. It's making it hard.
Okay, now I would like to light a torch because I want to be. If they're taking me somewhere, I need to be able to see.
The kobold kind of says to you,
Well, put your hands where I can see them.
and then nudges towards you. Tedwin says,
Take your friend.
and waits, kind of guides you out the entrance. Tedwin,
I grab George,
George, you feel your big friendly hand.
I hate
but I walk him in
having
front
to
of
be
me.
led around like a child.
My hands are on his shoulders, and I'm pushing him forward.
Is this teamwork, or are you guys just gonna ban each other again? All right, so
No, I'm going, but I'm grumpily going.
yeah. No, but Tedwin's just using you as a meat shield.
I'm not afraid.
You should be.
I'm not afraid.
to take a step.
George is never afraid. I ain't never scared.
Oh crap! I'm missing yes.
So did his torch light or no?
Negative. At which point, the kobolds
stopped
guide
me.
you, Tedwin, and you're just George forward. Kobold is there. They stop you here. At which point, these two kobolds, Tedwin, you see kobolds standing in front of Yestriel, who sits upon a throne. They go off to the side, and they light two torches that just immediately illuminate the area. George, you've been in darkness for some time. It burns your eyes. But you see here are... Let me just put this guys here. A handful of kobolds, and you stand now before Yestriel. So, before you see a short that stands on this western wall, constructed of fallen bits of masonry stacked against an old altar. On top of the altar sits a variety of small items. The portions of the altar that serves as a throne back features a carving of a rearing dragon. A metallic key is held firmly in the dragon's open jaws, which you would see in that picture I sent you. All right. Yestriel points down at you. You see her hands crackling with the same blue frosty energy that she had pointed out earlier to Tedwin. She points it precariously towards you guys and says,
Who are you and who sent you? Are you working with the goblins? You're a bugbear. Are you one of their agents?
Oh, you are mistaken.
Not you, funny little man. The bugbear.
Well, you see, long story short, I'm not actually a bugbear. I'm under a spell.
Make a persuasion check.
16.
A spell, you say? Then what are you? And what are you doing in my domain? And why have you killed all my men?
I'm looking for the magical fruit that comes from this place. And I've heard that it heals any kind of malady. And I'm looking to become human again.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
And you. And she points to you, George. Figure.
Who are you?
My name is George Hammerfjord. I am a member of the Knights of Mythdraenor. We are here because a signal of distress has been sent out. Apparently, a pack of adventurers has been lost here within the Sunless Citadel for many days.
She strokes her fine jewelry. She has no hair. And says,
Yes, I know them. They went to fight the goblins and never returned. So,
Then there are still goblins in this place.
yes, we are at war. You saw our prisoners. We mean to trade them for our own. So,
and she starts plucking her jewelry. She's really into herself.
what should I do with you?
Still flame crackling, or frost crackling in her fist.
You come here and kill my men. I've killed some of yours.
Well, we did not come expecting kobolds in this place. You must understand the surprise that was bounced upon us when we first saw your men outside.
Meepo, was it? Meepo,
I just struck.
Details.
the Dragon Keeper. He's the one you saw and you slew.
Ah, yes, one of your companions said something about a dragon keeper earlier. Are
Yeah.
there dragons in this place? We have not seen any.
Nepo was the keeper of dragons. He was weak, useless, defenseless. He couldn't even keep care of our dragon. And you killed him.
George just kind of giggles and says, well, no big loss then, I suppose.
He was my son.
Good job, good job.
And turns towards Tedwin and says,
No big loss then.
and just blasts George in the face with the frost bolts. And you watch Tedwin as well. I'll make the attack, I guess.
Death by RP.
22 to hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
As it just, she looks at you. She just blasts George, and George body she just shatters with frost, and it falls forward.
I'm alone. I'm so
How much damage though? Am I still alive?
3 points of cold damage.
Oh yeah, I'm still alive easily.
Oh, you're
I'm
alive.
still alive.
Well, like I mean, like I'm unconscious.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
not
sorry.
dead.
Yeah. You're not dead. You're just unconscious. You fall.
George.
So Yusriel, kind of just picks up her other hands and.
So, bugbear that's not a bugbear. What shall I do with you?
I'm out of this conversation now.
So what is it that you want? You want the goblins out of what's this place called?
Use your words.
Citadel. Sun something Citadel. You want the goblins out of here.
We
I
are.
can help. I can help with that.
As I figured, you say you're a bugbear, but not really.
I said I'm not a bugbear.
Right. Words are difficult.
However, I do speak the goblins' language. The ones that you imprisoned us with in the room
Yes.
next door.
I know.
What do you know?
I know you spoke to them. We heard. You know Goblinoid. I kept you around because I think it would serve a tactical advantage to have you as an asset.
I
You
was
can
just about to say
infiltrate.
As you keep cutting her off, the flame just grows bigger.
that.
My voice is growing tired, so shut up. The goblins infest the Sunless Citadel and defile this legendary place, this home, this shrine to dragons. I think you can infiltrate their ranks, gain information for us, help us drive them away, perhaps free our men that you so mercilessly slaughtered, help to replace those ranks, and find our dragon.
Yes, a dragon. It's a small dragon, right? There was a little cage,
Yes,
and it's your pet or it's your guard.
it's
Dragon?
our prized possession. It is a white wormling. His name is Kalkrix.
Is it intelligent enough to understand its name?
It knows its name.
Does it speak?
It is
Common?
too young to know to speak, but it knows.
So this dragon wormling is loose down below in the depths of this
No.
place?
In a recent goblin raid, they came and stole Kalkrix.
Where was your son when that happened?
Off cowering, not defending the dragon as he should have been. Life
It's not a
is
big loss.
She
for you.
just she goes to blast you in the face, and you see kind of rage come over her, but she subsides and says,
You're lucky I need you. Or you would suffer the same fate as your friends.
at which point she just blasts George again with the ray of frost.
Great.
Take 2 points of 2 death saving throws.
Can I just reach down and stabilize him?
No. As soon as you make any movements, kind of the guards press in with their daggers out. She smirks and like she takes humor in torturing George.
Now you see.
You're just doing this because I'm the only one who hasn't died.
You also just okay, you're right. I have to equal.
I was trying to add levity to a serious situation. How was I supposed to know it was her son?
That's the greatest
like...
part. It's just what makes it so great. So she blasts your companion again, Tedwin, and you see him just frost all around.
Now let's not be too hasty here. I will need help for this mission if I'm going to be successful for your benefit.
Very well.
I will need my companions.
Your
The
companions
other
are
ran
dead.
away. What?
Are they? I watched one.
This is news to me.
I obliterated one. A dwarf. And your friend here won't last very much longer.
There
Yes,
was
perhaps
There
one.
was another one though.
Yes, he did get away. You are right. But I doubt that he survived the Sunless Citadel by himself.
You don't know anything.
So what are you proposing, Bugbear?
I'm proposing that when my companions show up, that they are given free reign to walk around the place without any more of your minions
I would
serving
like
us.
to remind you, they had free reign until you attacked my men. Perhaps you should have came.
But now you need
Talking.
us or something.
We've
So-
survived the onslaught of the goblins for long enough.
Survived, but you haven't. You lost your dragon, your precious little dragon wormling. You're still at war with them,
Yes.
so that's not a lot of headway. And now we show up, and things happen. So it looks like you need us.
We have sent adventurers deep to attack the goblins, and I have a large force of kobolds. My army is on the way from the Underdark. In mere weeks, we will outrun these goblins. But I do need you to gather intel and ensure my dragon is safe. That is true. But I don't need you. I could blast you away right now. So, you can go and find your companions. But what guarantees your friends won't attack like they did before? They seem like a hasty bunch.
If I can get to them before any of your other guys do, then I'll let them know that we're on the same side for now.
Perhaps you can give me some sort of collateral. Gather your friends. We will let you through. But I need some sort of assurance you're not going to attack again.
At which point you see George's weapons and armor, no, his weapons and your weapons kind of sit on the altar behind her. She looks and says,
Perhaps I'll hold on to your weapons for now. You may have them when you're ready to embark deeper into the Citadel.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll go find my friends. And I'll come back, and then you can take us to the entrance to the deeper part of the Citadel. You can give us our weapons. We'll be off from there. Sounds good.
she kind of lowers her head and says,
Don't think about doing anything drastic, because I won't take you prisoner next time.
at which point,
Duly noted.
George, make a death saving throw after this whole conversation. As you're laying there.
Success.
Okay.
So he's stabilized now.
No.
I have one
one save.
success, 2 failures.
At which point, Yesterdale says,
And take your pathetic human with you. We'll hold on to his weapons for now.
Sorry, say that again.
She bids you to take George and get the hell out of her sight. Go get your friends and return when you're ready.
Okay. I'm really strong, so he's not too hard even in his full armor. I should be able to carry him fireman style.
All right. Where are you going?
I will go back to last I saw the rest of them.
Okay.
I guess that's over here.
Yep. So we're just gonna get rid of all these kobolds here. At some point, they
You
kind of clean up.
I have no potions. I have no. I don't have any.
I'm gonna say by the time you drag his lifeless body over, make a death saving throw again, as a good solid more than 6 seconds of
Didn't
defense.
even try to
he's
stabilize me.
stabilized.
No, we already said I'm not stabilized.
But so as he gets to the other room to prepare to stabilize you, just make one more death saving throw, as your round.
Wouldn't you try to stabilize? Oh,
Not before.
This is so dumb. There you go. I died.
In my
Aww.
heart.
Ted, when you drag his fireman carrying
Like,
both,
it just doesn't seem realistic. If I'm clearly dying on the ground, he
They
wouldn't
would've-
just drag me out of the room.
She wasn't going to let
Like-
you do it in front of her. There was none of this action happening.
I call cheap on this one.
All right, fine. All right, so you drag him out. You stabilize him.
What?
You
You changed your
managed-
mind?
You stabilize him, no problem. Having the kind of space to do it. And Ved
But
is
he's
nowhere to be
he's still unconscious, I assume.
Yeah, he's
I'm
still
unconscious for 1 to 4 hours.
And I
Yeah, it's true. 1d4.
look around for signs of Ray and Ven.
You see the remains of Ray. You see her armor is scattered and bones on the ground right next to you.
Gross. I collect them all and try and kind of assemble them.
Yeah, you managed to find skull and part of her spine, and everything else kind of scattered amongst the rubble, other bones on the ground.
And I think I just slump against the wall with my buddy George, and
You just prop him
I
up.
just fall asleep because I'm exhausted.
You're doing a long rest right here.
Well, he requires 1 to 4 hours. Did he roll for that yet?
Yeah, 3 hours.
So 3 hours. So yeah,
3 hours before I become conscious.
I'm gonna long rest because I don't have any hit dice.
All right, so yeah, it's
Still
been,
have one HP.
you're hiding. You're just gonna do it right here in the open, right in this large room.
Well, I have the kobold's
Okay.
word.
All right, so you take Meepo's
Yeah.
little bedroll, and you begin your long rest. All right.
3 hours later, George comes conscious.
You wake up and Tedwin's asleep, and it's pitch black.
Oh, I'm not feeling so good. Those kobolds have no honor.
It's pitch dark as well.
Did we all come back at this point?
Yeah. Well, actually, just 1 second.
Okay.
George, you
Oh,
wake up.
right, because George was still alive.
Well, I mean,
We can say that you're doing a long rest too. Just in
I'm
case.
gonna go to the fire pit and try to use my tinder to kind of like
Okay.
start it because I can't see anything.
Yeah. So
And-
you notice there. We'll say that after much challenge and whatnot, you managed to light a raging bonfire.
Well, just enough to see. That's all I
It
care
just
about. And
it
then
just catches all
I
the-
see the Tedwin is sleeping. It strikes me as a little odd because we're still within the Sunless Citadel, and I have no idea how that exchange went down. But I guess if he's sleeping, it must be safe. And so I, make myself a little sleeping area, and I'll also doze off.
All right. Okay. Great. Which points, Ray and Ven, you've been watching from a high perspective over the course of the interactions, and your bodies come back into being. However, just real quick here.
Am I back by that door?
No, you spawn with the team.
God, my goodness.
So, as Wolverbane and Zaya and Rogatar and this unknown individual who's playing George somewhere in Faerun, you sit in your rooms in your tavern playing the D&D device. The short rest, you feel your character's body just fall into a kind of a quick lull as time is rapidly passing during your long rest. At some point, you hear a voice in your head start talking. It almost your association between the game and the world. It seems like the voice is speaking directly into your minds. Wolverbane, Zaya, Rogadar, and George, other person. You just hear a female's voice. It seems distant and almost ethereal. It just says, "Please help." And it cuts for a second. You're caught off guard as your characters in the device are asleep. I don't know where. Who are you? Death is... Don't die. Please help. At which point your eyes open up and you find yourself back in the D&D device, staring at your companions waking up from a long rest.
And Ven and Ray are back.
And Ven and Ray are back.
Does Ven remember this or no?
Ven does not know about it.
Cool, perfect. Something to...
Sorry, you just cut out there for a sec.
Something to worry about for another day, then.
So, yeah, okay.
So I fully...
No, all of our players heard that voice,
Yeah, your
right?
players would have heard it, yeah. So I guess you can associate, you would be able to meta worlds stuff to your character. Like, you could discuss meta. It's weird. It's getting a little
This is the problem with recursion.
Let's just say Ven doesn't know about this and only Rogadar knows about this.
Yeah, Rogadar, you kind of like... It's weird, but Ven doesn't know.
Because we've assumed the consciousness of our characters, right? Through this.
Yeah, so as a
we've
device...
forgotten our real characters.
Yeah, as the device operates, your consciousness becomes your character, so it's...
Ven! Ray! You've respawned!
At 1 hit point? Is that what's happening?
No, long rest is brand new, fresh.
Oh, thank goodness.
Level up?
Man, you didn't impress me enough.
And at 8...
Only any
8 hit
level
points.
1 character would survive against a chromatic orb.
Alright. I stretch. Oh, that was a good sleep.
Sorry,
you guys are back.
Sorry, just 1 sec.
I went to the bathroom. Really? But I thought I wasn't coming back.
Ray was just AFK the whole time. She just missed that whole critical thing.
Oh yeah, I saw her leave. Didn't clue in.
Sorry,
I thought that you said that we're not coming back yet.
my calves are frozen, so I couldn't see.
Well,
Okay.
Tedwin just did a long rest, so everyone's back now.
You're back at full. Full
Really?
everything. Yep.
That's good.
Well, I feel fresh as a daisy.
Okay, I found an awesome door. We gotta get through it.
Well, hold on, Ven. I believe that Tedwin has some important information to share with you both.
We're still
What happened after I fell unconscious?
Are they aware when they're floating above in spectator view? Do they retain that information?
No, they're just kind of watching.
Okay, so right now we won't be attacked by kobolds. I managed to convince them that they need us. So we can get all our weapons back, but we have to... They're going to show us how to get deeper into the Citadel, and we have to do some intel. And there were goblins, and they said that there's that fruit down there, and Balak is giving it to them, and they're at war with the kobolds. So the kobolds are going to let us go down to kill some goblins. goblins kind of want to help us. Discuss.
Well, this is an interesting situation. If we had to rescue the adventurers, they went deeper into the Citadel. This might give us free passage to search for them.
Do we think we will fare better against the goblins than the kobolds?
Against that one boss kobold, yeah. That guy took all you guys out. Actually, I was unconscious. I don't know that. She seemed really powerful.
You watch her blast George to nothing.
I did.
She took me by surprise, had the jump on me. If I had just seen her in time, never would have happened.
She didn't take me out. A door took me out. So,
Well, that door you wanted to show us.
yes, that door I wanted to show you. It's a really cool door.
Perhaps we save the dangerous doors for later. There are people to be rescued.
Fair point, fair point. We'll make a note of it. At least I will.
So, you guys want to head out?
Yes,
Well,
of course.
I'll need my sword and shield back, so... Seems we have little choice. Especially
I have
if
a
we have to
dagger you can
compete
borrow.
on this. I will take it until such time as my weapons are retrieved. And I take the one dagger,
Yep, I hand George my one small little dagger.
and that's my only weapon. Well, no sense in tarrying any longer. Are we all ready?
We're ready, but let's go safe this time. Let's try to avoid all dying again.
I would think that was the goal the first time.
Well, I think we've been adventurous the first time, but I think we should avoid being adventurous a little bit.
We were rookies. We're pretty much experts now.
This is how every level 1 goes. Like, you always
Right?
get wiped out at level 1. It's level 3 when everything turns around and you can actually survive stuff.
I mean, this is pretty bad.
Anyway,
All right, so I'll lead the way back to.
it always is, though. Remember, we got wiped out by goblins at the
That's
beginning of Yawning Portal. We
It's
got wiped out by
horrible.
goblins again at the beginning of Storm King's Thunder and Nightstone. It's like it's just being level 1. That's always the way it is.
It's great.
All right, so I'll lead them all over to. I can't see my character. Where'd I go?
And I start packing my pipe. Just cause.
I hold my dagger out. Actually, no, I don't. I put it in my belt. What am I saying?
And
I
George
don't
dies
wanna-
again.
I don't want to look threatening as I'm walking through the halls. Thought better of it at the last moment.
All right.
I think your mic is muted, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Would you look at that? As you follow Ted one down the hallways back to the main chamber, you see that over the course of your long rest, they have reinforced themselves with more kobolds.
I eye them warily as I pass.
And they eye you back warily as you pass. But they all stand to attention. They understand the agreements. The chamber is now lit because they, as kind of a show of hospitality, it's lit. There are some torches lit so that you can see down this area. And what you see here, it appears to be a very ornate hall that was once used as some sort of ceremonial hallway. It has a double row of relief carved marble columns that just march along this long hall. And there's worn carvings depicting entwining dragons wrapping all the way up these old pillars. As the kobolds see you guys approach now, they kind of step to the side, indicating for you to approach Yestriel.
I just want to go right in the middle. How do I go in the middle?
Hold Alt when you move.
Alt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yestriel says, as she sits on her throne, and again, you the mouth of the dragon that's above her on her throne. Just in its jaws, a large key.
DM mentioned it
Does it
twice.
look
It
like
must
the
be
key-
important.
Does it look like the key would move?
It looks like it could come out. I just want to make sure you guys are just
Does
aware
it
of
look magical?
it. It looks iron.
Boring.
Yestriel says,
Welcome back.
and she looks curiously and scratches her snout and says,
That one there
she points to you, Ray.
looks awfully like the one I chromatic orbed.
Oh, it was my twin sister.
Interesting. So,
And you're not sad about it at all.
Yeah, doesn't care.
is this
It's a game.
is this your companion's bugbear who is not a bugbear?
These are the companions.
Very well. We will let you proceed deeper into the Citadel. Their only way out is back through here anyways. Go in and find our dragon. Defeat these goblins. And we'll let you leave alive.
Sounds good to me.
She points further down the chamber to the far left where the two kobolds are standing by the door. She says,
That way is the fastest way to the heart of the goblins. But it's dangerous. The goblins usually attack through there, so we station our guard to protect it like a chokehold.
she points back towards where you killed Meepo. Says,
Further that way, beyond the fire pits. That is the untouched areas of the Citadel. We don't travel there, and neither do the goblins.
Why?
Why don't you travel there?
We haven't explored it in many years. We do not know what lurks down there. So, it is unsafe for us and unwise to explore it. If you want to proceed directly to the heart of the goblins, then you can take that entrance.
and she points to the door.
Or if you want to explore further into the Citadel, feel free.
Well, you want to fight goblins or you want to fight some unknown creatures?
I don't know. I feel like aren't you good talking with goblins? Like, could we try not to fight them?
We have a
Like,
job to
yeah.
do, and we should probably get to it. We can always explore on the way out.
Goblins it is.
Let's try to discuss. Like, you should be our speaker on this journey and try to reason with them. You know, try to get us not killed.
Perhaps
so we can move
we should
forward.
discuss the details once we've stopped burdening our generous hosts here.
Should we ask about the key?
Where is the key?
Perhaps whispering in their presence is not a wise move. And we
Use your
should go
words.
into the Sunless deeper now and talk there.
Is it hanging from him or is it?
George is very not subtly hinting that maybe we shouldn't discuss our plans in front of the kobolds.
You're right. Let's we've done enough here. Let's just
Yeah.
be on our way.
Our weapons, please.
She looks with just a look of just disgust talking to you. And one of the kobolds heads to the altar behind her and retrieves. Whoops. And they retrieve the weapons to you. Or retrieve the weapons, give them back to you.
I
your
inspect my
shield
sword
and
and
your-
shield to make sure they're still in good condition.
They are
My
in excellent condition.
javelins.
You get all your gear back.
Well, now that's more like it. The door to the left, you said.
I'm already there.
If you want to challenge them directly, good luck. But yes, take that door. What's beyond it is out of our control. That is goblin territory.
You know, George, the door I examined was sort of in that direction, and I didn't meet any goblins. If you want to take the long route instead of the direct route.
I kind of lean over and I say, Ven, I think we have a trump card in Tedwin. I think we may be able to go straight to the goblins and not have any troubles. But please, let's discuss it on the other side of the door.
So, are you guys gonna use that door at that approach?
Yep.
All right. At which point the two kobolds step aside. One of them, well, before stepping aside, one of the kobolds reach up and grabs a small key. He turns around, inserts into the door. The door doesn't open up, but he retrieves the key and just says,
Good luck.
Yeah, check for traps.
on the door.
On the door. He laughed.
The one.
It makes me nervous.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That perceptive.
The kobolds kind of just chuckle to themselves.
Looks good to me.
Well, then onward to glory.
Use Mage Hand to open it?
Already open.
It opens up,
Unlocked it.
and you look inside. The kobolds usher you through to a small, just a hallway. You see kind of you kind of step gingerly on the remains right in front of the door of like goblins that previously attacked. Their bodies are still strewn there. And as you enter, the kobold just says,
There be goblins. You enter goblin territory.
All the way
Well,
down.
come along, rough and tumblers. We have work to do.
I follow
love
through.
just real. So as you look, there's a corridor, and at the other end is a closed door. George, as you step through, just sauntering through, you step on a weak piece of the flooring. The floor kind of gives way from being old, and you.
My 4 rats.
Yeah, you fall as you guys watch as George suddenly there and then isn't. George falls into a pit 10 feet below him. His words cut off. Doing 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you plummet into the sharp rubble down below.
George, what are you doing down there?
Well, I figured that the kobolds had at least secured this hallway.
One sticker just says,
No, that's kobold territory.
Can I climb up?
"Yeah, you can climb 10 feet."
I reached down to give him a hand.
Sure, you
Yeah.
reach down, heave him up to safety.
Kind of brush off my armor and say, "This place is ridiculous."
Keep your eyes peeled. Because you traps everywhere. Who moved me? Someone moved me. Okay.
Well, come on. Is everybody in yet, or like what? There's still 2 people.
No,
standing
like-
inside?
Well, they were following you in until you fell into a pit.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Can we all get in?
You can try.
Can we fit around the pit that was?
Yeah, there is a 5-foot walkway on the other side. You guys just precariously walk across this pit.
Okay, as soon as the last one comes through, I close the door behind
As you-
us.
And you hear as the door is now locked.
Oh great, we're stuck here. As if that laugh sounded like it came from the walls.
Now, the way I see it, we can get through this situation without fighting either the kobolds or the goblins. You
Are
see,
you whispering?
we've been sent down here in the name of the kobolds in order to gather intelligence. We can use that to our advantage. Likewise,
Should we encounter any goblins, old Tedwin here can explain to them that we're on their side. Why, we may be able to roam around free down here and find those missing adventurers.
Absolutely.
Let's
like
hope
your
that
optimism,
these
George.
goblins are reasonable.
Shall we
make
move
it-
on with
just
it?
Make a nature check.
Who? Everyone?
No goblin is going to
Who
stand
just
up
said that?
to a
Tedwin.
bugbear.
Oh.
As you said, hopefully these goblins are more reasonable.
Oh, I'm making a nature check.
Whether he knows it or not, George says,
What is with my rolls
No,
today?
no goblin is going to stand up to a bugbear. They're the superiors in this equation.
Let's hope that they don't have bugbears already. That's
Just act like you belong. You're reinforcements sent from some nearby goblin village. I don't know, whatever.
I'm not comfortable.
You're a rogue, are you not?
I'm also a sage.
Say, well, look at it this way.
So while they're
Not really
talking,
here- We didn't really come here for the goblins or for the kobolds, so it's not really lying. We're just kind of on the fence with our allegiances.
I look him in the eyes and I say, I will pray for you.
so while they're talking, can I go like listen up to the door, see if I
Sure.
hear any noise on the other side?
Make a perception check.
I will cast guidance on myself prior to casting that.
Okay.
23. Wow, that was actually a really good one.
It is hollow and empty from beyond from what you can hear.
Oh.
The silence is almost eerie. All you hear is Tedwin and George discussing strategy.
I'm gonna open
So-
the door.
Seems that we have a plan.
Then
Shall we move through?
mage hand the door.
Everyone ready?
Let me
Yeah, I will back up 5 feet.
let me have a look
first.
first though. Looks good to me.
Yeah, everything as is, as it should be.
Have at it. Actually,
Okay.
I'm gonna back up. Last time I got some poop on my head.
Yeah. As you step
Okay,
back, your foot
good.
falls through the cracks in the ground. Your foot falls about an inch, and you just have that comic like, before you see his body just plummet to the ground, leaving a puff of smoke behind him. Good old Roadrunner style. As Tedwin plummets down to the earth.
Lovely. Doing 8 points of damage.
4 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall 10 feet below you.
Well, it's a good thing that we're going to be negotiating and not fighting.
Well, I feel about 50% right now.
Okay.
Oh,
Teddy, you up out of the hole?
I'm probably tall enough to.
Yeah,
Pull myself out.
you have no problem getting yourself out into the other free space available.
Now that we've gotten that out of our system, I push open the door.
All right, you.
Or is it a pull door?
Appears to be a hallway that bends to the left.
All right. Let's be more careful walking along the floor this time. We've all learned our lesson.
we should tie a rope to our waists and carry on like mountaineers.
because there's no way that could backfire. All right, I will examine the floor for traps as
All
we
right.
enter this next hallway.
I will examine the walls for traps as he examines the floor.
4. This is the highest wisdom I've ever had in a character, and I still roll crap perception.
The building is definitely not up to code, but it'll do.
Well,
You know what,
watch
guys?
your step.
Let the lightest of us go first. I will take this one.
is
And
there
I
like Is there like any rocks hanging on the floor or something?
Oh, there's rubble everywhere.
Can I try to toss some in the next room?
Sure.
I want to do that. I want to try to toss some a little bit like in different spots in the room.
Okay.
I
How many
say,
throwing?
Ray,
Are you throwing pebbles or are you throwing like
perhaps
rocks?
you could.
What do I roll something?
No, but what kind of rocks are you throwing? Like throwing like big boulders or like just little rocks?
Like maybe like 15, 20 pounds boulders? Like not a really
Oh.
big one, but like rocks, like boulders.
Yeah, like a sizable. You're like lobbing them over.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm lumping them over.
Sure. You throw the first one. Where do you want to throw it?
Let's throw the first one like 10 feet in.
All right. She just kind of heaves it over, and you hear when it cracks onto the ground and kind of skitters across the floor, shifting the rubble. The thump of it just kind of echoes in this little chamber.
And then another one 15 feet in.
As it now echoes this silent chamber, it just kind of bounces off the walls and disturbs the peace.
Okay.
I think they know we're coming now.
Well, that's all right. We don't want to look suspicious. We're here to talk.
Well, at least we won't. We
Ray.
shouldn't blow ourselves now.
Perhaps
I'll
you
carry.
could, light my
I'll
shield
carry.
up again, as I'm having some difficulty seeing. I think that's why I fell into that hole back there.
Me?
Well, I mean, you did it in the past.
Oh yes. Oh, I see what you want. Yes. Okay. I cast light on his shield.
All right.
I didn't hear the first part of your sentence. That's why. So I was like, okay, something about carrying you with your shield. I'm like, what? You're too weak to carry. Anyways. Yeah. All right. So he's all shiny.
All right, Ven, you wanted to go first, I believe.
Yeah, lightest person. Why not? And can I sort
Okay,
of
but
like
when we go
investigate
around
each
the
area that I'm walking to see
Yeah,
if I can?
Just make a general one perception check as you walk through.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you take each step gingerly, and you don't find any traps leading anywhere. The room seems fairly stable and safe.
Cool.
I'll follow behind him.
Okay.
I practice my intimidation.
All
as
right.
I'm going, kind of like.
George? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
And listen at the door.
Yeah, make a perception check.
7.
Eerily quiet.
Eerily.
Still no sign of anything, Ven?
No, I don't hear anything.
Checking for traps on the door.
All right.
Looks fine to me. It's the same one as last time.
It always does.
It doesn't look like anything to me. Westworld style.
Shall we then?
Yeah.
We shall.
So I step to the side, since the last time I got cut from something that fell down, and I mage hand open the door.
You open the door to a hail of arrows flying through the door. As the goblins that were once just hanging around there heard the rocks being thrown in the other room, have positioned themselves in a way ready for any intruders. As soon as the door opens, they fire arrows into the room.
Can we not yell, like, wait or something first?
They don't seem like the speaking type. They are on edge, and they
As the arrows are flying, Tedwin, say something!
But I'm behind my shield, though, right?
Sure.
Question.
Yes.
How much cover does the little... So, like, door, middle? How much cover do I get from the two sides? Because I said I stepped to the side.
Yeah, you
first.
step back. So they see Tedwin, and they just start firing.
Oh, perfect.
I'm not directly in the middle of the door.
They fire at somebody in the doorway. You guys are firing at.
I yell in Goblin, hold!
You should just roll for who it hits. Roll for who it hits, and then roll.
If I'm
I mean,
beside George, does his ability shield thing work?
That's
I
only
wanna-
level 2, man.
I want to know, like, George, like, in your head, did you think that, like, when we're opening the door, you were, like, protecting yourself?
Well, I'm always
Right?
holding my shield. I always have it ready. It never. I only ever wield my shield and sword.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
it's-
I guess.
It's a surprise attack, but it's not with advantage because you do see the attackers. Except George doesn't see it. Actually.
Surprise
George does see
round.
it. Yeah, it's a
No, I
surprise
do.
round.
I have my
Shield.
shield.
All right, an arrow flies towards Tedwin for 19 to hit.
Yep.
4 points of piercing damage as it
No!
pegs you.
Oh my gosh, Ted goes down again.
Is that with half cover or whatever?
Uh,
I mean, he shouldn't be in front, obviously.
you're just in the doorway.
Says you, Susie.
I mean, you're laying in front of the doorway because you're down.
Now I'm laying in front of the doorway.
Another arrow fires towards Wolvenclove.
There goes that.
That also is 19 to hit.
Yeah, even if I had any cover, it still hit me.
For 3 points of piercing damage. And a final
Okay.
one flies towards George. This one bounces harmlessly off your shield and cracks and splinters.
At which I yell, "We come in peace! Lower your weapons! You have slain one of your own!" And I put Hedwin on the ground.
There goes all the intimidation they could have used against them. One arrow takes me out.
Actually, let's make a quick precision check. And
Can
also
I, like,
roll for
can I-
initiative.
Cast guidance on him
I have
when he
plus
does that?
4 to persuasion. And I only
Well,
got
make-
7.
Make your wow, can't speak, guys. Make your initiative rolls. We'll see. Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Can't find it.
Oh, so many phone calls tonight.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
great.
Top of the round, Wolvenclove. You watch arrow just pelt you and Tedwin.
And I saw Terry go down, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're right beside it.
Well, so much for the negotiations. Thunderwave.
All right. Dex? No, Constitution. Sorry.
And then I tuck back behind the door corner as much as
Can
possible.
you guys?
All right.
I heard a little bit of what you said, Zach.
I think my connection is wonking it.
Oh, no.
You have no cam now.
We're losing him. We're losing him.
Just gonna refresh all the things.
The stream looks like it's offline. Yeah.
Restart stream once.
Like it's the only one that I can't. It's not working.
Okay, we are back live.
Back.
Yeah, we're back. Sorry
Welcome
for the
back.
sorry for the technical difficulties.
All right. So, back to where we started. Wolfenclove did an attack, blast him with Thunder Wave, then peeked around the corner. Tedwin has gone down already. Tedwin, death saving throw.
Yay! Not bad.
Not bad at all. All right. The one goblin draws another arrow, pulls back, and fires towards Ray. Natural 20, doing 7 points of piercing
What?
damage.
7?
7. George.
I shout, "Please, lower your weapons! We do not wish to kill you!"
And then I just see if they react at all.
All right.
And if they do not, I will run in and attack.
As your state, the one to the north looks like he's drawing another arrow, ready to go.
Okay, then yeah.
Very well, have it your way.
And I run in to the one closest, and I swing my longsword.
All right.
Just gotta reopen my character sheet.
Uh,
13.
he
Doesn't hit.
nimbly
Right?
dodges out of the way, and it hisses at you.
I'll use my bonus action to try to shove him down with my shield.
All right.
22.
21.
Nice.
Oh,
You drop him to the ground. It shouts something in Goblinoid to the other one.
so yeah, he's on the ground, prone.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just ready myself for the onslaught of, well, the one arrow, anyways, and probably a dagger or something.
The goblin, seeing this, you shove down his companion down. That goblin turns and just runs out the door.
Great.
Tactical retreat!
He opens the door and just slams it behind him and just runs for it. The goblin on the grounds is still doing his thing. Ray.
Ooh. Okay. So I will. I will run next to George,
Okay.
and I will swing at the only goblin left.
He's on his back after being shoved down. It almost looks like he's accepted his fate, telling his companion to make a hasty escape. You bring the Stomper Warhammer down on his face.
Boink.
You crush him and scatter blood everywhere.
I should have known these foul creatures wouldn't listen to reason. Well, I suppose that our plan is not working as we had hoped.
Tedwin lays
Does
on the
anybody
ground.
have a plan B?
Is it my turn
Yeah.
yet?
It's
We need
it'll be your
one
turn,
more.
Wolfenclaw. But we are out of turn order now.
Oh, I was gonna run through the door
Oh,
quickly
you're
and
gonna
try
go?
and shoot him.
Okay. Sure.
Oh yeah, in
Yeah.
this
5,
It's
10,
like-
15.
6
So-
seconds type thing.
Yeah, like, I poke my head out through the door.
All right.
And he's completely gone, eh?
You see, there's multiple doors everywhere. Goblin has gone somewhere, shutting the doors behind him in a hasty
Oh, but
retreat.
you can run so fast.
It dashed.
Yeah.
It's a dashed action.
But
You stand
to make
with-
doors slam faster.
You stand in a corridor, then. Several torches mounted in crude sconces burn fitfully around this chamber, so it is well lit, filling the air with a sort of smoky haze. A double row of marble columns carved with entwining dragons, much like the other corridor, runs the length of this hallway. similar to the kobolds.
I quickly run over to Tedwin.
All right.
And I'm going to use just one hit point of lay on hands. The music is really loud
Sorry,
right now.
I'm gonna drop it now. Sorry.
I put my hand on him and I expend some healing energy just to get him conscious again. I say, Tedwin, my boy, have you considered using a bow by any chance?
Hello, Tedward, my boy.
I'm beginning to think it might be better suited to your combat abilities.
Well, a bow wouldn't have done me any good with arrows shooting towards me out of nowhere.
Well, you could have stayed back further then.
This is hindsight is 2020. What can you do?
We'll have
So-
to see about getting you a bow first thing once we're out of the Sunless Citadel.
Or how
Wait.
about better armor or a shield or something?
Tedwin has a bow, doesn't he?
You're not going to be very stealthy with either of those things, are you?
I do have a bow.
Yeah.
That wouldn't.
What?
That still wouldn't have
You
done
have
it. before.
You've had a bow this entire time and you haven't stayed behind us?
I was behind you at one point, and we got advanced on. So
From now on, you stay back. And when the door opens, you just fire arrows through it. As quick as a lick.
our plan was to negotiate first.
Well,
So I
mean,
should
this
have been in the front.
Caution is still important. As we have all just learned.
It was really just the rocks being thrown around the chamber. Oh man, it kills
I had
me.
a feeling.
Well, shall we press on or take a short rest?
You just woke up.
It's not
And-
worth
and
it.
I
Short
just
rest is
fell
not-
asleep.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess
Yeah.
it's short rest. Yeah, you're right.
You can short rest whenever you want.
You're right.
However, that goblin has probably gone for reinforcements and will not leave us to a, lovely powwow.
Well then, shall we guess which door he went through?
Perhaps we should wait for them to come to us.
Can we track his footprints or dust on the doorway or?
Sure, you can make a survival check if you wish.
I want to do that too.
There are 5 doors in this chamber, not including your own.
I want to look for tracks or something, and I'm also going to cast guidance on myself.
I turn back to the door we came from. I think you went through this way.
All right.
So I got a 10, and Tedwin got a 10.
It is a very well used location. In the dust and the rubble, there are a multitude of footsteps going.
But they use every path to every doors?
Yeah, this seems to be a very common part of their area.
Okay. I say we roll a d5, and we decide which door to open.
I say that Tedwin go. They know the way. They know we're here already. We've already lost the element of surprise, so we need not worry about that anymore. I say that Tedwin simply goes into the hall and calls out in Goblinoid that we are here to speak with them.
Do you want me to get my bow out?
Just poke your head through the door. Don't go into the room. And they may not accept the offer. We'll be on the ready in case they come with hostile intent, but I think it's our last chance at getting some sort of parley with these creatures.
I steel myself to fall unconscious one more time.
I will go in front of Tedwin, holding my shield, and he can call over my shoulder kind of thing.
Okay.
The room, I specifically said not into the room.
You said
You don't
poke your
listen
head
to
through
me,
the
boy.
doors.
Yeah, poke your head. No, through the door, this door, right here.
Well, Ven was already
yell
through.
it
There's
out.
no- Oh, I see what you're saying. So I'm
Ben took a
behind-
bite out.
So how do I? Okay, so you go there, I go there. Shield is out. Is that how it works? I will
Yeah,
be.
it's just-
I'll be behind you. Like that.
Ask for some sort of parley, some negotiations, anything.
Should I sound like I'm their superior? Should I threaten them? I have a feeling that
no.
goblins are more susceptible to.
Simply tell them that we are
Intimidation.
also enemies of the kobolds. Surely they will
Okay.
want as much help in this war as they can get.
Okay. You.
George,
you should whisper.
we just
You should whisper what to say in my ear, and I'll translate.
George,
You
we
have a
just
way with
came
words, George.
from the kobolds.
You
How
have-
would we say we're enemies of the kobolds if we came from the kobolds?
We killed them all.
We will explain the situation to them if they offer us parley.
So you be my.
We are here. We have deceived the kobolds that we would come and help them against the goblins. But really, we are here to help the goblins against the kobolds. It's genius, you see.
Very well, very well. Okay. I need your words, though, George.
Okay, just say,
We come as friends. We too are enemies of the kobolds and seek parley.
And I shout that out in Goblin.
All right. You shout it out as loud as you can. Your voice echoes through the hazy chamber, just bouncing off all the walls. And you wait for a bit. Nothing happens in the next couple minutes as you wait.
It seems that goblin got farther than we had hoped. Perhaps there are none of them in the immediate vicinity?
Or they're all waiting behind the other doors with more arrows.
Sorry, just 1 second here, please.
Would they simply wait if we
Oh, my feet are so ticklish. I just
Could
wanna
we-
move forward.
could we outwait them?
Have that short rest you want.
Okay. I want to use my technique again. I want to.
No, we're not using your technique again.
I'm gonna lift up a boulder and I want to throw it.
Oh no!
Can we stop her? Can we grab the boulder before it hits the ground?
Can
I
I
want
use
to
Mage Hand and knock the boulder
forward
aside before she
and
throws it?
toss a boulder on the left door. I mean, not on it. I mean,
In front of it?
like in front.
I mean, it's gonna be tough since two individuals block the doorway and you are a dwarf. So you try to
Okay,
walk it
say,
over.
Tedwin, move aside. I mean, no. George, move aside a little bit. I need to aim.
I say, Ray, I really don't think that this is the best idea.
But waiting here is not necessarily the best idea either.
But this is what got us attacked in the first place.
Okay, well.
What are your
can I go-
passive perceptions?
13?
12.
11.
As you guys are debating with Ray, you do see when
13!
you do spot this door here, the second door in the middle, kind of creak
Wait!
open and a
Don't
goblin
move!
peeks out.
Quick, repeat what I told you, Tedwin.
I yell at it again.
It opens the door a little bit and it's kind of peeking through this door.
Oh my
It
god,
says,
what's that big mouth?
It's a goblin.
Oh.
It's in the doorway that cracks. It's not.
Put your hands up!
He says in Goblin towards you, Tedwin says,
Bugbear, is that a prisoner?
I pushed
Wait,
Tedwin
what was it?
forward.
Sorry, it was this in common or goblin?
He's saying that in Goblinoid towards Tedwin.
I pushed Tedwin as strong as I can
You can't
onto
move.
George.
Make a strength check
Yeah.
versus his strength, and then, but he gets the advantage. 'cause he's
Meta-wise,
also-
though, what did he say? Because I didn't hear.
Oh, he said, is that a prisoner?
Wow.
Oh,
No, I
yes!
said no. Okay, let me finish. It's with you get advantage, Tedwin, because you are pressed up against a stalwart paladin, so
Oh, good.
you are unable to move him, Ray.
No, I mean, I want him to go in front of the door. I'm not pushing him like.
So George is standing in the
Both of them.
doorway with Tedwin leaning over, shouting. And you
Oh,
want to
okay,
push them
because
into the room?
what I see is that Tedwin is beside me.
Oh, okay, so you need to refresh then because they're standing in front of you.
Yeah, both of us are in front of you.
Okay.
Looks like you may be.
Because
like-
basically, I just want to make sure that they can see Tedwin.
Okay, no, he can see Tedwin based on
Okay.
what you may need to refresh.
Yeah,
So the
I'm-
goblin asks Tedwin
Have you brought a prisoner?
in a raspy goblinoid whisper,
What do I tell him?
but they don't.
We don't know what he said,
As in, he
so
says it in
He's
goblin.
asking. He's asking if I brought a prisoner.
What is that?
Tell him we are friends. Friends.
We are friends. There are no prisoners.
Allies. Stay allies.
We're allies.
in the war.
Allies in the war against the kobolds.
You have betrayed us. You sided with the humans.
And he
The
dashes.
humans have sided with you.
He runs back in.
That does not seem to have worked.
That goes as well as it sounded.
Pretty much.
Perfect.
This is why I hate these stupid creatures.
Okay, let's go. We know which door. Let's go forward.
A blight upon the earth, the whole lot of them.
I try to pass through these guys.
Might I suggest we use a different door, not the one where we know there are potentially multiple goblins in?
Oh right, we're trying to avoid them. Okay.
Well, we could keep exploring because we might run into other goblins and have a chance to negotiate because that guy is not listening to us.
Yeah, that's true. Let's try another door where the goblins, where we can test out their technique with someone else. That's a good plan.
I could try intimidation.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try to intimidate them. And next time, tell me before so I can try to guide you into it. You know?
Into the okay, I see what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay, let's try the door to the right, because in labyrinths, we always try to start with the right side. Let's go to the right door.
I was going to say the
No
left
idea
door,
what
but
you're
closer
saying.
to
I
it.
don't know what that means.
Okay.
Like this one, right?
That's the left.
No, the other one, the other side, the furthest one.
Yeah, but that
Because
means we had to
the
cross
one-
in front of the door where the goblins are. If they hear us, they will open the door and shoot us with arrows.
It's okay. Me and George are very stealthy.
But if we
To
go
the
to
left
this one,
door, then.
I'm the rogue here.
Okay. Should I throw a boulder in front of the door where we know the
No.
goblins are?
no.
okay. I want to
Get out my
stand.
short bow.
Oh yeah,
George
let's
has
go in
learned
then.
his lesson. He wants to approach the left door, but be against the wall beside it. And he wants to do one of these, reach over and push the door open type things. Exactly.
So
That's exactly right.
you're just gonna open the. What you're doing. But from the side.
But from the side, I don't like the way you asked that question. But
I
yes,
just want to make sure that's what you're not doing anything
yes,
else.
that's
Just
exactly what I'm.
caution
doing.
to the wind. Got it.
Well, I mean,
I know. I'm just
that is an action, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
the left door. Okay.
I'm
The
against the
left
wall as well.
So nobody is in front of the door this time.
No, I'm not in front of the door at all.
I'm behind that
I'm
pillar.
shielded. I'm ready to dodge as well.
And I open it, as you can see, with my shield arm as well, so that should anything still fly towards my arm, it will hit my shield.
It'd be very specific.
Yes, we're ready. You should also plan to like fall back.
Can I ready firebolt since we're doing all this just to shoot at the first goblin I see in there?
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Perfect.
I wanna ready a lightning thing that I've done before. It's like I have a hard time finding my thing.
All right.
Oh right, I refreshed. That's why it's. Okay, stop trying to find a way to bypass us. We're ready for this one.
Except the
Sorry.
door is going to be trapped.
All right.
Whether we don't check, it'll be the time that it's trapped.
So you're opening the door. Okay.
But we're protected, and
Okay.
we're
So George,
ready.
you lean up against everyone's out of the way this time, learning from their mistakes. George, in your shield arm, you push the door open. Actually, let me make sure it's not locked.
Handle explodes and you lose your
Oh
arm.
no, that's the door we needed the key for.
I don't
Damn it.
think it is locked because
As you press the door open.
I know they usually put a dot on the locked doors in the maps, the official maps.
Yeah, that's true. It creaks open, revealing a large chamber.
Oh, we got the best door.
Or the worst one, depending on how many goblins are in it.
Sorry, I need to reveal this area.
It's like, this is the main barracks.
Close the door. Mage hand.
I'm gonna reveal it better here. Give me
Well.
1 second.
Uh-oh.
We peek in. Very, very slightly, like one eye around the corner. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Okay.
You look into the room. What appears to
No.
almost a sort of village. What might once have been a cathedral is now a goblin lair, thick with the filth of years of goblin life. Scores of wall and floor mounted sconces fill with violet glowing fungi, providing illumination. Dozens of goblins are, well, no longer going about their daily lives as they cower in the corner, whimpering and hiding. You see
Okay.
along the southern walls a heap pile of assorted items, including wagon wheels and broken wagons, broken armor and rusted arms, chests, small statues, antique furniture, artwork. And it seems that they have stockpiled all valuables that had remained in the Sunless Citadel. But opposite of you, you see all
Close the
these
doors.
you see all these sort of weaker goblins, commoner type goblins, females and young goblins are now cowering and holding each other and hiding in fear.
turn to Tedwin and I say, "Civilians! Perhaps these will be more willing to speak with us."
Okay.
There's also a door on the opposite side on the west, a door to the north, and a door on...
Okay, but how about this time if they ask if he brought prisoners, we just say yes.
I'll leave it to Tedwin. Whatever he thinks is best.
As you guys peek in.
I gave you your words last time. You're gonna have
Yeah,
to say
yeah,
your own words
yeah.
this time.
I say, stay here. And I walk through the door with my arms raised above my head.
Oh god. What's gonna happen now?
You walk into the purple illuminated room lit by the fungi that are placed and stuffed into the stocks. The goblins kind of shy backwards. You hear them gasp and cry out and begin to like try to press against, fight each other as they try to get.
I say,
Are
it's
you
okay,
scared?
it's okay. What are you doing here?
I'm scared.
They don't reply to you. They keep their heads down and the one looks like it's about to say something. The other one shushes it, covers its mouth and holds it.
I'm a friend, I'm not here to hurt you.
Make a deception check.
I'm not deceiving them. I'm not going to hurt them.
Oh, are you a friend? Okay, make a persuasion check then. Whichever you wish.
It doesn't matter, it's the same. 15.
You catch a glimpse of one of the goblins look at you and just shake his head no. Like with this kind of look like,
Is that a tell?
like he's trying to tell you something. Like you get the sense like don't come in. As he's clearly fallen for your barbarian ways. He or she is just charmed by your good looks.
I turn back through the door. Something's up. One of them kind of is hinting that I shouldn't come into the room any farther. I don't know what it means. I say that to you guys.
Well, the way I see it, we have two options. Close this door and try another, or push on despite their warnings. Both could be equally dangerous, frankly.
I turn back to them. You have nothing to fear from me. I'm not here to hurt you. What are you afraid of?
They are trying to be completely silent. They don't speak up or say anything. You just catch the odd whimper here and there.
Did we, like, just passively, there was a lot of them in there. Did we hear noise? Like, did we hear them talking or anything kind of like as we were opening the door?
No, it was dead silence.
So they were silent before we got there.
Yeah, exactly. You see there's about 30 to 40 of them just like obviously there's more than this.
You don't suppose something is sleeping in there?
The thought just crossed my mind. I look up at the ceiling.
Sure, make a perception check.
20.
It's it's cathedral. It looked like it would have been done. A lot of it kind of collapsed in on itself, broken away, but you look up around and see shadows and everywhere. This seems to be up to the ceiling. Seems to be okay. Doesn't look like there's anything hiding above you. Just kidding. But then I don't see anything. Just the purple light illuminates.
A big orange hand comes down and grabs you, pulls you back to the entrance.
I turn back to George. It seems like they're scared of something and scared of making any kind of noise. So if we go through here, don't make a sound.
Yeah, okay. As you say that, Ted, when you look back, let's make a perception check as you kind of look at the goblins.
17.
They look scared, but they also look like they don't look scared. They don't look scared. They look like they're just trying to keep to themselves for whatever reason. As you look at them, they don't have that terrified look. So,
you keep cutting it.
Yeah, what was that last part?
Sorry. You get the sense that they're not afraid of something in the room. They're afraid of you, your presence here.
Oh, okay. I sense that.
As you say that to Georgia, you look, and they're not cowering from something in the room like they're being held prisoner. You get the sense that they're just being quiet for some reason.
I think we can go through. Avoid the door that they're all huddled against.
The 40 goblins are huddled against.
So we could go towards the north door. Or we just try another door in the hall you're all in.
Then, you're a scholarly sort. What do you think we should do?
The less interaction we have with goblins, probably the better.
Well, not if we're trying to make friends with them, but if we're just trying to get through.
Well, Teddy hasn't really made much progress with those goblins, right?
The only thing that I'm afraid of is getting deep into the Citadel and then having our escape cut off by armies behind us.
Because we have not made any sort of deal.
I look back into the room and try to find the most attractive female.
Oh my goodness.
You see one lone female wearing the finest of rags, cowering by herself. Just keep her head low. Off to the side.
I wait until I catch her eye and we lock eyes.
She,
And I give her a wink.
she kind of because they all kind of look at you real quick and kind of hide again. She kind of looks up to see if you're still standing there, talking to whoever you're talking to, and she locks eyes with you and you give her a good old bugbear wink.
And then I'll give her like a smooch. Like,
Perhaps if these goblins are the weakest of the pack, they are frequently abused by the superior bugbears. Perhaps they just cower at your presence, Tedwin.
they just need a little loving.
What are we trying to accomplish with that?
Maybe they wish for their freedom.
You look around this area, it looks to be, although on the map it's very void of stuff, it's quite clear that they have made of themselves a kind of a camp. There's a lot of bedrolls everywhere, tents, cooking areas. It looks like this was their almost main village. So they look pretty well off.
Well, the same decision still stands. Does anybody have any opinion whatsoever?
I vote we try a different door in this hallway that we are in right now.
All right, Tedwin, tell them they never saw us.
I turn back and I say, well, you have nothing to fear from me. I will be on my way. And I look at the female I give her a wink and I leave.
All right. You head back out. And you close the door behind you. Leaving yourselves in silence.
Well, now that we've spent all that time, the other goblins are likely almost here. Whatever we're going to do, we had better do it quickly.
What's behind door number 2?
Which door are you choosing?
The next closest one, I imagine.
Same routine, back to the walls, mage hand?
Perception check maybe this time?
Yeah, I mean,
Investigation check.
I'll listen at the door.
I'll look
Okay.
for traps on the door.
Okay.
13.
Door seems solid. Nothing seems fishy about it.
16 for perception.
Silence meets your ears, George.
As always, when do the enemies ever make any noise?
When they know you're not there.
Okay, so I'm kind of hiding behind the column, and I mage hand the door open.
It opens up and reveals a hallway that leads deeper into the Citadel, splitting left and right.
Great, another maze to navigate.
Shall we press on?
I suppose we have little choice at this point. There's no going out the way we came in.
And George presses on.
Press on, George. Press on.
And I look to the left, and I look to the right.
Revealing more hallways and more entrances.
Why, this hallway simply goes back to that other door. Who was the architect of this insane place? What is the point of that?
And then I move on to the next corner.
All right. You come around the corner, you look around. It does lead to another doorway and a... Let me just get this here.
Well, I've found the north entrance to that the place with the civilian goblins. And there appears to be another door to that round room at the end. It looks like one way or another, that's where we're headed.
I would like to peek around this corner here. Just because
Yes.
I have a sneaking
To make
suspicion.
sure.
Yes,
To make
man.
sure that goblin didn't stay there.
No, the goblin is gone. It does lead back to
Perfect.
the main room in confusion
Oh
fashion.
right, no, okay, that was. I was thinking the goblin had gone through the door further to the right,
Oh no, he was.
but he
in the
went through
middle.
that door.
Mhm.
Okay. On second thought, perhaps we should check the third door.
I will go and I'll run to it quickly if you want. If anyone wants to come,
Cautiously.
cautiously.
I will come and check for scythes.
Scythes. Okay, check for scythes.
Make a scythe check.
Oh damn, that's.
This is
I'll
the
make the
best
perception
looking
check.
door I've seen yet.
See, we would have saved so much time if you guys had listened to me.
13
Just want to
to
point
listen.
that out.
You listen to which door? The west or the east or the north?
No, the one that Teddy's at.
Ven, you don't hear much. You do feel the wind blow. George, you hear something rustle from inside. Something shift. Perhaps furniture, like a table being just shifted a bit, and then silence. There's something. A sound had occurred in the other room.
I kind of put my hand in front of Tedwin and I say, hold a moment. I think we have some creatures on the other side.
So should I?
Should we listen at the final door? Or press on?
Are you looking for a quiet door?
I'll listen at the final door.
Seems a safer
Alright.
bet if our goal is to avoid the
Natural
goblins.
20.
Emptiness, eeriness. There doesn't seem to be anything on the other side. That
George, there's nothing on this door.
Well, may as well try it first.
And precaution, still, I take a step back and I use Mage Hand to open the door.
And same thing, George at the side, ready.
Yep. Looks to be a goblin pantry. The north and the south walls stacked halfway to the ceiling with ill-made barrels, boxes, and crates. A clear path allows easy access between the west and the east door. You see that here there are storage of wine, water, and food. None of it which is in good quality. You spot in Goblinoid there are stockpiles of these oils and barrels that are just labeled elf pudding in Goblin.
No, pudding.
Tedwin, are those puddings made with elves or puddings that elves make?
Are you asking me because you think I'm actually a bugbear and this is my culture?
Well, you seem to have gained a taste for flesh, like the creatures you have been turned into. So I
Oh,
thought,
you're asking me to taste it.
no, of course not. I just thought perhaps you had learned at some point.
I have not had this conversation with any goblin.
Well, best not to find out today.
All right. And with that,
Two
I think
options.
we'll end as it is 9:30. You guys,
Oh man,
jokes
I
and
guess the dudes
shit.
were still alive.
as you kind of just stop here for a second, in the Storm King Study, your characters just taking a little quick bio break, as they say in the MMO worlds. Just before you release your, you take off your headset, the female voice once again just penetrates your minds in a strange but eerie way, and you just hear the words, "Help me, don't die, help me." And that's where we're gonna end for tonight.
Okay, so like, is there any way I can roll perception check to know if I recognize the voice?
Sure, if you wish.
Do I do like Zaya's
It'd be
perception
Zaya's.
check or?
It would be Zaya's.
Huh?
It would be
Because
Zaya's.
Zaya's really high. Can you? You
Sure,
can't
just
tell.
roll a d20,
Just a d20?
and we'll add like a good number.
Not legit.
Not legit.
Not legit.
Well, everyone else on Twitch, thanks a lot for stopping by. We
Hey,
enjoyed
nice.
this.
It would be higher than 20.
Yeah, Ray, Zaya. You have no idea. It's a female voice. It feels distant and ethereal, and it's almost kind of loose. You can barely make out the words here and there, but it feels like it's speaking into you through the device.
I don't like this thing. I take it off.
Bio break.
Well, hope you enjoyed our couple of yawning portal sessions, everybody. We will kind of do these on occasion. I know some of you in the chat are kind of confused. Basically, whenever characters that are kind of critical to the story can't make it, or if we just feel like doing something different, we're kind of just going through the yawning portal as a fun side thing. But I think next week, barring unusual circumstances, we'll be picking up our main story with the Storm King's Thunder.
Yes.
So we hope to see you next week, Thursday, at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and for another exciting episode of the Gilded Dice.
Yep.
Thank you very much. See you guys later.
Have a good night, everyone.
Later.